What if your body isn't asking for another pill or a new program, but is whispering for you to simply come back home to yourself? Most people will hear Lenny Kravitz's secrets and think it's just for rock stars on private islands, and they will miss the one simple truth that could change everything. And if you skip to the end, you risk waking up tomorrow morning feeling exactly the same instead of feeling the spark of what's possible. Morning stillness. Picture this for a moment. It's 5:45 a.m. and the sun hasn't even decided to show up yet. On his farm in the Bahamas, Lenny Kravitz is already outside, barefoot in the warm soil. Most of us, if we're awake, are already running through a list of worries, our minds racing before our feet even hit the floor. The stress, the tension in the shoulders. It feels normal, doesn't it? But Lenny's first habit has nothing to do with fame or money. It's about finding silence. He closes his eyes and just listens to the waves. He calls it his reset. You might be thinking, silence with my schedule in my life. I hear you, but what if it wasn't about finding a whole hour? What if it was just about finding 5 minutes, just like he does? 5 minutes before you look at a screen, before you let the world's chaos rush in, just you by an open window, feeling the air on your skin. That's the practice. This isn't some mystical meditation. This is a reset button for your nervous system. All day long, our bodies are swimming in a stress hormone called cortisol. It's the stuff that tells our body to hold on to fat, especially around the middle. It's the fog that clouds our thinking. Lenny's simple act of intentional stillness tells that system, it's okay, we are safe. It's like gently taking your foot off the gas pedal. You don't need a Bahamian farm, you just need a window. You don't need an empty schedule, you just need to claim the first 5 minutes of your day as your own. Try it, don't judge it. Just notice as the days go by that the background static in your mind gets a little quieter. That's the beginning. That is where the magic starts. Living foods. Now let's talk about what happens when the sun is up. For most people, breakfast is something grabbed from a box or a wrapper, and then comes the inevitable energy crash mid-morning, right? That moment you do anything for a nap. Lenny's approach turns this on its head. He steps outside, plucks whatever's ripe, mangoes, kale, beets, ginger, and drops it straight into his blender. For decades, he's carried that same juicer with him around the world. No packaged powders, no mystery additives, just a glass of raw living plant power. Now, before you say, that's nice, but I don't have an orchard, let's bring this home. Here's where it gets interesting. Your orchard is the produce aisle at your local grocery store. It's all there, waiting. Think of it like this. When you eat a heavy processed breakfast, your body has to work so hard to digest it. But when you drink your breakfast like Lenny does, a simple raw smoothie, your body gets all the nutrients without the hard labor. That liquid nutrition is his entire breakfast. Suddenly, that energy isn't being used for digestion. It's being sent to your brain, to your muscles. It's clean, steady, vibrant energy. The difference between a roaring fire that burns out fast and the steady warmth of the sun. Try it for a week, a simple smoothie. Watch what happens to that brain fog around 10 a.m. And when you think about the protein needed for a chiseled body like his, you might assume it's all whey shakes and grilled chicken. Wrong. He champions things like jackfruit tacos, which shreds just like pulled pork, and lentil bowls packed with iron and folate. These aren't exotic luxuries anymore. They are right there in your supermarket, waiting to replace that bloated feeling and give you clean, powerful fuel. Natural movement. When you think about exercise, what comes to mind? The gym, the clanking machines, the feeling of being on a hamster wheel. It can feel like a chore, can it? A punishment. Lenny's body wasn't built under fluorescent lights. It was built by moving the way our bodies were designed to move. He's outside in the Bahamas using a tree branch for pull-ups, jumping rope on the concrete, doing push-ups in the sand. He says he'd rather be outside in nature than cooped up in a gym. This isn't about looking good, it's about feeling alive. It's what experts call functional movement, training your body for the reality of life. It's building the kind of strength that helps you carry groceries, play with your grandkids, and get up from the floor with ease. When you're on a machine, you isolate one muscle. When you move in nature, your whole body has to work together, strengthening all the tiny connector tissues that protect you from injury. You don't need a tropical island to do this. You just need a little imagination. What if once a week you went to a local park instead of the gym? You could use a bench for step ups. You could find playground bars for a pull up or a simple hang. You could just sprint up a hill. It will feel different. It will feel like play, and you'll reconnect with moving for the sheer joy of it. Lenny often does this before he's even eaten, forcing his body to tap its own fat stores for fuel. This is called training in a fasted state. It sounds intense, but it can be as simple as finishing dinner by 8 p.m. and going for your walk at 8 a.m. the next morning. You don't have to push it to the extreme. Your body remembers this kind of movement. It's time to let it feel like a kid on summer break again, just for a little while. Deep recovery. As the day winds down, most of the world is winding up. We binge watch shows, scroll through our phones, and maybe have a drink to relax. Then we fall into bed exhausted, only to wake up feeling like we've barely slept. This final habit of Lenny's is maybe the most overlooked piece of the entire puzzle. He treats sleep not as leftover time, but as a critical performance enhancer, because that's where the true healing happens. 7 to 8 hours, a pitch dark, cool room, phone out of reach. It's during those deep, slow wave sleep cycles that the real magic happens. This is when your body releases growth hormone to repair your cells. It's when your muscles heal. It's when your brain literally washes away toxic buildup. If you cheat on your sleep, you are cheating your body of its most powerful anti aging tool. A Harvard study even found that poor sleep can trigger gene expression changes linked to accelerated aging. You aren't just tired, you are literally aging yourself faster. And let's talk gently about alcohol. It feels like it helps you relax, but it actually smashes the quality of your deep sleep. Lenny ditched it entirely, and the payoff shows in his skin and his ageless energy. But you don't have to go all or nothing. What if you just tried an experiment? No alcohol for 2 weeks. Just see. See how your sleep improves. See how your mood stabilizes. It's not about taking something away. It's about giving yourself the profound gift of true, deep, radical recovery. Your body is begging for it every single night. Secret source. So we have these four pillars from Lenny's life: morning silence, living food, natural movement, and deep recovery. But there's an invisible thread, an energy that ties it all together. The secret isn't just what he does, but why he does it. Lenny isn't doing all of this just to look good for the cameras. He sees his body as an instrument for his creativity, his music, his purpose. It's his way of saying thank you. It's an act of honoring his heritage, the Caribbean farmers, the jazz legends. It's devotion. When your habits are connected to something bigger than yourself, the discipline is no longer a burden. An early alarm doesn't sound like torture. It sounds like an opportunity. A plate of vegetables isn't a sacrifice. It's a gift you give yourself so you can show up for the people and passions you love. This is the part no one can sell you. You have to find it for yourself. And you might be wondering, what's my reason? Take a quiet moment and ask yourself that. Why do you want to feel better? Is it for your kids, your grandkids? Is it so you can travel without your body holding you back? Is it to finally pick up that paintbrush again? Find that reason. Write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it. Because on the days you're tired, on the days motivation is low, that reason will be the fuel that keeps you going. The doctor can give you a diagnosis, the trainer can give you a workout, but only you can give your journey a soul. When you do that, the healthy choice stops being the hard choice. It becomes an act of love for your own precious life. Your turn. Right now, it's so easy to think that's wonderful for him. He has a farm, he's a millionaire. And you're right, his life is different, but the principles are universal truths. They belong to all of us. You don't need his reality to have his results. You just need to commit to your own body. This isn't about a massive overhaul, it's about small, gentle shifts. His doctor ran tests and found his biological age was that of a man in his mid 30s. When a reporter asked if he felt different, Lenny just shrugged and said, "I just feel like me." And that's it. That is the whole point. Vibrant health doesn't feel like a superhuman miracle. It feels normal. It feels like you. The you that you may have forgotten was in there, the one with energy and clarity. So please hear this. You don't have to live with the aches and the fog, thinking this is just what getting older is. It's not. When you wake up tomorrow morning, just remember Lenny Kravitz. You can trade 15 minutes of scrolling for quiet sunlight. You can trade the box of cereal for a simple glass of blended greens. You can choose to walk in a park, and you can choose to guard your sleep like it's the most precious treasure you own. Because it is. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about fully living your life. It's about stepping back into the driver's seat of your own well being, one humble, powerful habit at a time. The power to feel better is not out there, it is already inside you, waiting. Try this today. Just one of these things. Share this with someone who needs to hear it.